Okay, so this video is how to change your default template in AutoCAD. We get a lot of questions about how to change the font style from the default, which is Arial and an AutoCAD font. There's a bug in AutoCAD which doesn't allow TrueType fonts or Windows fonts to be clipped in 3D, to be hidden. So we have to change the default to an AutoCAD font. At the same time, because we're working in mining, we have to change our units so that north is now 0. If you look at the drawing here, and I draw an object, you can see that it says 90 degrees to the north and 0 degrees to the east. Right? That's a mathematical coordinate, and it's incorrect for mining. So what we want to do is change the defaults in AutoCAD. The way you do that is, first of all, we're going to type open, and we're going to open a drawing. But we're not going to actually open a drawing, we're going to open a template. So if you change your DWG down here to DWT, and because I'm working in Canada where you work mostly with metric, so I'm going to select AutoCAD ISO, but the same could be applied to AutoCAD DWT. Alright, so we type, select that file. So now I'm in my AutoCAD ISO DWT file. First thing, I don't like the grid being on, so I'm going to turn that off. Units, type the word units. Okay, and we're going to change this to clockwise. We're working mostly with meters. And our direction, we want our direction to be north. Okay, so we hit OK on that. That's now been set. Next thing we do, we type style. And we're going to change the standard style from a TrueType font to a Roman C. That's a half decent font. It looks good on the screen. Again, this is only in model space. We want to put in the fonts that can be handled properly by the AutoCAD 3D drafting engine. As I mentioned earlier, you cannot clip the fonts, the TrueType fonts. So any of the fonts here that have this TT can't be used in model space if you want to be able to use clipping planes. To work in 3D, clipping planes are quite important. So we want to turn those off and use just the AutoCAD fonts. If we're in models, if we're in layouts and plotting space, then we can use any font we want because that's for a plotting option. There's no 3D aspect to it. So now we've got that set. I'm just going to do a Q save, which is quick save, because the same file, I haven't changed it. All I did was change the information in it. I don't want to change the location or anything. Now the next thing I want to do, because AutoCAD is mostly an American program, it defaults to the AutoCAD DWT file as your default template. But I've modified the AutoCAD ISO, so I want to change its default. So I'm going to go into Options. Again, I'm typing my commands. You can actually use your Layout menu and call that up. And I'm going to go to the first Files menu, and I'm going to go down to Template Set Settings. Open this up. So my drawing template, default template for Q new. So that's whenever I start a new drawing. In here, I'm going to hit Browse, and select it, then I hit Browse. And it's going to take me to my template directory, and I'm going to select the AutoCAD ISO, hit Open, hit Apply. So now whenever I start a new session of AutoCAD, it will automatically take those settings. So I'm just going to close my AutoCAD here. And I'm going to restart it. So it's starting up now. It's on the other screen, so give it a second. Okay, so here's my AutoCAD restarting. So this is a brand new drawing. If I type units now, you can see it's set to clockwise. Direction is north. So if I put in a P line, now it's 0, clockwise to 90. So it's now following the standards. And if I type style, you can see I'm set for Roman C. So that's how you modify your template to allow it to use properly with AMine in a mining environment.